Welcome to the Northwest Provincial Government Podcast. We inspire and encourage our communities through personally inspiring stories of our leaders in government and game changers in our communities. Enjoy this episode.
A very warm welcome to our viewers across the Northwest Province and beyond as we bring you the 10th episode of the Northwest Provincial Government Podcast with me, Kelezo Ratlhagane. We are recording from the beautiful, majestic Sun City, a tourist destination of note. This place has hosted many international stars and also continues to host beautiful national events. And today we are seated in conversation with a member of the Northwest Provincial Legislature and MEC for the Provincial Department of Health, Sello Lehari. MEC, uamogetswe.
Thank you very much.
MEC, let's start by reflecting on your background. Tell us more about where you were born, o goletse kae, o godile yang.
I was born 50 years ago. The then Northern Province, now is called Limpopo, Modimola Nostrum, at a farm called Hafokov. The owner of the farm, Hene Aquatile Narabatar Fokov, Eva Mita Fokov. I'm the only son from my mother and my father. No sister, no brother, but my parents are no more there. Kisimuse skolo ko tulunge ba ibitsang Rankin Spas next to Falvater around 77, 78. Because of distance, in Negezamaya, 10 kilometers we are skolong 10 kilometers of war. Bazadi wame ban closer kwa ban tlisa mo northwest the then Putatswana, homeland kwa hamweka. Nekusantse ko ira standard 1 ka language ya khale thuto ya khale. Now because of kone kuza go teng ba hanno mfantwele ibitsang remove. Ebe ke wa ke simolla hape ko sape. Se situmesa gore after sape na ga ira sabe. Sabe ke bone fela ke feta fela ke ba dumeisa bana bao. Ke less than 1 I got less than 16, less than 7 during my days. From middle school, Riboni middle school, Kismuko Sameka primary school, Komaka, Kayako Riboni middle school, Komodla, Kizenu Haoli Mumiko, Molevas High School, Kaufelesem Waga Mibidiko in Chaupe High School, or again Chaupe, Heganalizalazame, Salari Melana, or in Chaupe Ganaguela, in Chaupe Komaka Pastat. It was one of the best schools mathematics, physical science, geography. Because Negro Mutua Mez was physics geography, Kalkua Kumuleva Zikaya Gon Chop High School. And Gon Chop High School, Kiko Smuzeni Portuguesame around middle 80s, Melungor Negele prefect. Ilan chief prefect. And then during our days go school, Renanere contest. Gilagana Mr. Personality. He arrive on job. Now, Naganali Momo strict. Mamaga Nexa Gazuaka Samaka Satlapan Nagas Impedicho. So, and the Maganarata Tuto. Yanam push. He could log on Chaupeka, go Moritil College of Education. Kogi my national teacher's diploma for secondary. Kasimula Kisumula go Abet. When I was feeling high school, grade 11, grade 10, I was Lisagona. Give a teacher until I get to go Winterfeld. Then got 2009, I began resign as a teacher. But in Glegana, what council at the same time, I began teacher. Nearest school is Toga 2, Kiago what council. Now, the late minister, Celapedi, I'll be on my finger no. Shoes are on a teacher, cause on now. Mukansalar. Then I resigned as a teacher around 2009. Kanna full-time counselor, Kanna Mera Moritele for 4 years, counselor for 15 years, Kajoina Province 2016, MEC Education for 3 years, MEC for Community Safety and Transport Management for 5 years, now MEC for Health. That's my political background. Nkile ka nna member of Youth League, ke leadile Youth League ko Eastern Region as a treasurer. Ne ke le chairperson ya Bojanala region, the biggest region in the province. Ne ke le deputy chairperson ya Northwest. I was the deputy to Supremo Mapelo. Today ki treasurer province ebile ke MEC wa health. Ke joined politics aka ko Sanko civic movement before democracy 94 no ka se Zabalazi straight. So ne re haida ka Sanko. Really community leadership.
Now MEC o rutile ko Scandaf. No ruta di subjects of Finko.
Ne ruta mathematics, English and geography. But it is a tataka English and geography.
And then your role models in South Africa, who are the people that actually inspired the person that you are today?
There are many, but maybe the then president of the ANC Youth League, Peter Mokaba, from Limpopo. The then deputy president of the ANC and deputy president of the country, David Mabuza. Ndate Mandela. So Ndate Mandela ba botlhe never mona in role model. So negere ke motlwele ba bang. Ke we thata ka Peter Mokaba le David Mabuza le Ramaphosa. Peter Mokaba se ne ke serata mo ena ba meeting na ba re botsa hore he ngatla mo ena ka bolela ka motho na nkemisa la phone le motho.
Okay.
Bolela ka ena le ena ruto. And then Peter Mokaba was a kore ne le moetedi mo pilong gore no mona re o rata batho and then nalma thagathaga ali fierceness. Now Mabuza untutulore leader ra tshwantse nne motho kwa batho, leader ra tshwantse serve batho. Leader must be on the ground. A leader must be everywhere. Ma leader moti. A utlwele batho, a tse ditletlebo, a wele go bona, a wa fa dikarabo tsa bona. A ida selo seo sa kgonagala go tsa se kgonagale. A leader must go back to batho ba ba leader. And then the Mabuza he's loyal for Merwa Wirang and he's loyal for Patuaba Lidang. And then Asumuto Aitumelang ha leader. Hanalung out of leadership. But Demokatwa insu mata uteng wari twos. So the Swagere Negumatela Nagosanse a leader because of Negrata style of leadership side.
Alright.
Unalina Goyabat. Azeni Mokopanung Aithanis Gobola Kopanung Ritually balola kholosa go ba ile ngone tshwantse ba kare something mo puso na ta mo province mo ba etela na go no spend le bona 3 hours out of ditletlebo tsa bona. So that's why ke mitso is my role model.
All right. MEC, now tell me, how do you overcome challenges that you come across, especially criticism across the different roles that you actually occupying at the moment?
Now, moving from being a teacher, Kana ward councillor for 14 years. I was a teacher for 17 years. I was a principal or a center manager for 7 years. Now, I got to experience the best teacher.
Yeah.
Now, if people are criticizing you, firstly, trying to check or mara, so se ba langa sona se, ki sona la se sky different. Now, once you're not sure, you must find a way or change, we improve, and then we correct. And then you don't have to worry, Kabona. Accept or get to your but like our leader. And once you accept or responsible like a win, Ebile, who accommodate because we did a tata about to balubal like a winner. Then we don't overcome any challenge in life. As long as you know where Merguahao. Then I don't think any challenge in life.
Okay. And then, having been a teacher, I trust that you have a love for books. What's the most memorable book that you've read and why? Will you never forget that book?
If you go if I remember vividly, Africa, things fall apart. Bugo ne ke rata thata ke badile go grade 12. Okay. Go Nchop High School. Lo tsene di bua buke or tse di bua di practical. Then you thusa le gore he dilo di senyegile tshwantse o ireng gore o di busetse mo sekeng. That's why ke rata China Cheva, things fall apart. So ke nano le hananong he ke nna le matsapanyana ke na le gore ke refresh mind ka yo. Ke rata tata buke. Ke tse dintsi mare ke le ke choose China Cheva, things fall apart.
Now, MEC, you seem to hold this Chinese philosophy or approach to governance too hard. You love the way that the Chinese approach governance. Why is it? Why is that?
Ngile ka ya go China 2007 when I was still a ward councillor and MMC wa corporate infrastructure ko Moretele for 3 weeks kira ntho ba bitsang HRD, human resource development.
Okay.
Now one Chinese ba respect nako ngile ka latela ka breakfast ka seji for the whole day ka jaka one. From that time the company nako o China nerna rozwa ka bo 10 11 ra go di shoporo re ka dijo he bana le project ya tsela ba bereka bushile motsara gona ba tsena motsara ba ira tsela he ba chaisa ba mbatsena bushio now so se siro he project e le dengo China ba e betse nako e fela kana go eo. That's why I got Chinese philosophy. And then go China ba ma China ba tswafi ba tsa America ba na serious. Chinese ba bua less and then ba ira America thata. Less talk, too much work. That's why I got Chinese philosophy.
Now, MEC, a re bue yana gore fa yaanong o sa dire tiro tsa gago as an MEC of the department, mme o sa rwala your cap as a leader in government and also within the African National Congress. O motho o ntseng yang, what do you do and what other activities are you involved in?
During my early ages, when I was still at high school and at the college, ne ke tshameka ball ya maoto ebile ne ke owner soccer team re bitsa All Americans. E o sa phema ne lo itse ball ne re sa accept. Now ne ke rata sports thata until ke join the politics. Now because now I'm in politics and then I know where I come from. During my leisure time or spare time, ko haya kwa ke na le tournament e ba e bitsang Sekamareza. Plan I'm go to that tournament the chance ke tsamaye the entire province. Ke ira di tournament either 4 teams, 8 teams, 16 teams. Ke di fa di award. Beside sports or soccer, ke na le a quite social laba area na re bitsa Serious Owens ke ya bontate ba di Dobson re thusana ka hona le leso re fa supporto ka se o se tlhokang gore o ka boloka kgotsa hona le lenyalo kgotsa hona le tiro engwe leng go hae batlang gore tshwantse o kry supporto and then ke ya support le go hae kwa generally go Moretele go hae go ke tswang go teng go ba teng mo go tla rona le leso le se family se friend seleng ba rona le bothata ke la haufi ke na le saka ke a thusa and then ke thusa ha ke ba di refund ke le wa batho because of ke se ke leng sona ka bona.
Okay. Well then, Eric, let me just check. Kosi, Masandawana, Kaizer Chiefs, which one do you support?
No, now go morara kwa ke latela Patrick Esintsweleng the late o tlhokofetse Nelson Teenage Latla Kaizer Chensha Goluva Mutau, the owner of Kaizer Chiefs. So na ke molatedi wa Kaizer Chiefs Makosi for life and then anana ke a bona ra pick up so ke team ya kwa hae le papa ka na supporta le mama ka so le nna ka support.
Okay then, well then I re ke go akgole MEC and say congratulations Kosi on the latest cup e le krileng.
Ra itumela
Le tsohile ka nnete.
Makuva ka ra itumela
Le ba feeling MEC ba tsohile so.
no coach ara enche Nabi ke ana ngare go tlo thusa le go reka new players e tlo thusa le management wa Chiefs anu 8 years re sa grasp o bona no ba sira se ka ntho ba ira.
The drought is over.
ke nnete.
MEC, the 7th administration has now tasked you with the responsibility of leading the Provincial Department of Health. What does this responsibility mean to you?
The fortunate part is that I was the Ward Councillor for 14 years, a mayor for 4 years, MEC for Education 3 years, MEC for Community Safety and Transport Management for 5 years.
Yes.
Now, with this experience and enjoying serving the community of this province, health is similar to education. They're the biggest department in the province. I enjoy working with teachers and learners. Here, I'm enjoying working with nurses, doctors, and patients.
And then MEC, how do you define yourself as a leader, having been in municipalities, having led now, this is your 3rd provincial government that you are leading. How do you define yourself as a leader?
When you are a good leader, tshwantse o rate batho ba o ba eteletseng pele. O ba tlhompe, o ikokobetse, o nne le nako ya bona. And then o ba utlwelle, he o ile the promises or the commitment. O boele ko bona, either you have achieved or not. O boele ko bona, o ba fe dikarabo. Now I enjoying working with people, and then I enjoy listening to people, and I enjoy, one thing that makes me happy in my life is that if there is a challenge amongst the community, and then I manage to resolve that challenge, that thing make me happy. I was a teacher, I resigned as a teacher, and then I've chosen politics as my career.
Yeah.
Now, once you have chosen politics as your career, that means you must have time for the people you are leading. Do some changes, make them to be stressless.
Now tell us, MEC, you have come up ka mono o montle wa re bona ka matlho. Me mono ono, it goes to the heart ya service delivery. Can you just tell us about re bona ka matlho, which you are implementing throughout the Department of Health, and what fruits it's bearing?
Mono kgotsa kganye ya re bona ka matlho program ke simolotse when I was a mayor at Moretele local municipality. Re bona ka matlho e ra gore ho le moeteledipele ha wa tshwanela go romeletsa thata kgotsa o utlwa ka mabarebare. Dilo tse dintsi you must go there ka bo wena o di bone. Ho boela ko officing mo tafoleng o na le office ya hao o di resolve practically o di bone ka matlho. E ba re hospital e na le shortage of nurses or doctors. Ke a ka bonna kwa ke bone hospital ke bone le man-nurse ore a shorta le di-doctor. Then when I meet management ke bua le bona ka selo se leng gore ke se bone ka matlho aka, and then go nna easy for nna gore he ke se resolve ke itse gore ke resolve e. Even if when I was the MEC for community safety, I work with police. I visited police stations. So ne ke itse gore police station e service batho ba llang ka yona ba nyaka service e jang. He ke boela ko morago ke bua le provincial commissioner ke kgone go itse gore ke mmotsa gore a ire eng gore batho ba tilo ba itumela. Now re batla ka matlho is one of the best program e leng gore in my 24 years in government ke yona e nkgontshang gore ke kgone gore ke service batho and then batho ba kgotsofala.
Okay, MEC. Now you've delivered your first departmental budget speech within health for this administration. Just take us briefly through some of the key priorities for you tse le gore di ne di le teng mo budget speeching ya gago, MEC.
Selo sa ntlha mo health as a department ke kganye ya ditleliniki, either di renovate kgotsa di improve or di dire 24/7. Kganya re ne le manese a mantsi, re ne le doctor tse leng di lekane. E be re go di community health care center, e be re go di hospitals. Na mo budget speech ya rona ya 2024-25 re plan nore before next year around the end of March e be re renovate close to 34 clinics renovation. Ra hile di CAC tse close to 6. Re advertise 106 di post tsa di nurse. re batla go tswalela gepe ya gore some clinics or the CAC ba na le shortage of nurses. Now amongst that number 106 re mo processing ya the interview lo ba. Now re tlo ba spread the entire province gore ra address into a shortage of nurses, because if there are no nurses there is no need to run the clinic. Now budget speech are na bua ka renovation of clinics, CHC, hospitals, also who increase ama nurse rena le di doctor mo province, also melemo ya rena ko dipetlele ko ditleliniking e fitla ka nako e nne enough o ska nna le shortage of medicines. Re tlhaisitse gore go reka di ambulance tse 50 re khona gore ko ile rona le shortage ya di ambulances re nne le tsona re di rumele, because batho ba tshwana ema more than 3 hours to 4 hours by emetse ambulance. Now ke some of mantswe a ne ra bua for budget speech.
Now, MEC, you seem to have great plans to improve the delivery of health within the province. Me fela o buile gape ka the renovation of health infrastructure. Ya no MEC, ke batla go go fa tšhono ka gonne ra itse gore ga go na le di-community protests, ga batho ba rona ba ipelaetsa. We find that government infrastructure is not spared. Dipetlele, ditleliniki le tsone yalo fitlhelele go di a sengwa. Ke molaetsa ofe o ka o fang baagi o gone o khalema le go ba just to advise them against vandalizing public infrastructure?
That's why in my 4 programs, another program by bitsang kopano ke matla. The Chinese bari tafola ke yona e solvang dikgang. Now kopano ke matla ra gore in my program I don't wait for people to protest or to burn tires. I have to have a program ya kopana le all stakeholders in the province. Ke ba engage re buisane more saboneng dikgang ka o tshwana ditaba ka o tshwana re buisane until re agree gore what is the best way of dealing with these matters. Now batho ba di protesting either ba ofisa ditleliniki kgotsa dipetlele kgotsa tswala ditsela re na le what we call stakeholder relations ke batho ba re ba beleng go di-districting ba eleng leitlho la rena as Department of Health tiro ba bona gore he ba utlwa fela gore gona le kgang e so e tlang, people are not happy ka 1 2 3, we don't wait for people to act. Immediately request that meeting or bitsang kopano ke matla. In that meeting we resolve everything.
Now MEC, corruption is a pandemic across various sectors of our society. Yaka wena le moeteledipele, what's your view on corruption? Me o nagana gore ke eng se se ka diriwang just to tackle it?
I think a good leader who understands what leadership is, he will never support corruption. Corruption but especially when society are improve most na gore skala za corruption ra ira pina. Once you know something activity of corruption, your police station will be the case. But I'm happy that this system ANC already once you are charged, although you are not guilty until proven otherwise, you step aside. To some people, they are not happy with that decision, but leadership must be extra careful about issue of corruption. Because once a fella oga chachiwa, santu uikwela maraho until case how ife. But ANC haina challenge in government. Challenge ke batho ba ileng gore ba ibiza ma ANC. Ba ANC ba file chance ya re etella batho pele. Motho a fitla mola ha lebelle hore batho ba nyakang o lebella ina hore tshwantsane le e. Ke mo corruption is tata mo teng. Another thing gore batho ba rena go masipaleng khatsa mo province go na le batho ba bonang corruption mara ba didima le post ba re ba tshaba hore ba tla nna mana ba batho. That is why go ya ka hore maybe na le badi ba khone o fitlela o chachi o tshwaribile mara hona le batho ba ntse ba senya go feta ba re ba tshwere. Now corruption is rore batho we are 30 years in government now in democracy. Most people are voted because of ba bona leadership irang ko puso. Now by puso almost more voted or batho bo senya re vote batho bo benefit ba le one le malapa wa bona, therefore ba inela go ya ba vote. Now if government there ka nna hands on, batho ba reporta di case ba di reporta ka nako, maphodisa di sala morago, di case di a fela, wa nna le di conclusions tsa di case, then corruption e tla fela. But any leader o a ipotsang gore o za boeteledipele serious a ka se rate corruption.
Now, poverty and unemployment are some of the serious challenges that we face as a province and even as a country, I would say. Now, MEC, how can the health department be used effectively in this administration go lwantsha challenge ya poverty and unemployment?
Experience is the best teacher. When I was the MEC for education, in my 6 months in office, if it is about more than 4,000 temporary teachers, I employed them permanent.
Okay.
Education in this province, more than 4,000. Now the experience that I gained from education, I'm going to use it more healthy. Already, I guess another advertising more than 100 nurses. Rumeze request to Office of Premier, le Treasury, concurrence for certain posts. So ga diposo tseo re advertising re tlo hira batho ba gara diti. Now poverty cause gore bontsi ba nna re dire. Now beside the post ditiro, we have a lot of projects, 24 clinics, more than 6 hospitals. Now the companies that di yang ho hiriwa ke puso, ke Department of Health, you find one of companies here about over 50 or 100. You go to Bophelong, although batho complainer, they have employed or banale internship more than 250 learnership. Now, for now, government trying to make sure our vacancies are filled here about. If we had project budgeted, something advertise and appoint on time, so that those service providers pa appoint batho ba kgone dira ba grade earnings, therefore poverty le unemployment re have. But agri puso ke batho, so batho le bona tshwantse ba mara ba train hore ba itirele business. We can't all go to government or be employed ke health or ke masipala. Some must go to business, but go batla puso, especially local economic development, e re thusa hore batho ba leng hore o na le bokgoni, o na le talent, re ba thusa hore ba kgone o na le small business. Hale one after gra business we hira 10 ba 11. So you have all into the unemployment.
Now, MEC, the 7th administration is ensuring that it continues with Thuntshalerole and is now termed Thuntshalerole Reloaded, which is the Accelerated Service Delivery Program. And today we are recording this episode on the eve of Thuntshalerole, where your department will also be taking part as Thuntshalerole visits Moses Kotane. How do you think the people of this province should embrace this project, Thuntshalerole, or this program, Thuntshalerole?
I think Sandra Chandrale, the chairperson of the ANC in this province, also Remolewo as the former acting premier of this province. Thuntshalerole ke monutlen ka ena le esku ena a eteletse pele. Thuntshalerole ke fast tracking service delivery. The present premier, the deputy chief of the ANC, Re Mukosi, ka hotla ka reloading. Now, Thuntshalerole ke fast tracking service delivery in the province. Thuntshalerole has a fella for only the province. Ke province, ke the district, ke the locals, ke the ward. Now, on top of that, what is important? Rena for now reloading read fortnight. But the mass pala the district, better Thuntshalerole every day, every week. Now talk about Baba Northwest, Baba Utlombo Toko, Loba Itumetsing, or supported this program at Thuntshalerole because of unblocking the project is in the DME. Isa misal telling more about Nabai Tobo Hile. Good era metol. I don't want to talk about politics, but the Rena Remo genuine because of Thuntshalerole. We are more than 58% Thuntshalerole. e batla fela re accelerate as the province, and then re-motivate, re-support our councillors, ward councillors, our mayors, gore thunsa le role ba itsetsia he re steng go tlase rona province ba tswele pele ka yona. But you can go all over the province, people are happy. More than 70% people are happy about thunsa le role. Tomorrow we are here at Moses Kotane. Health will be part of the thunsa le role. All the department will be there and the local municipalities. Now, ke service delivery ya nnete yang go batho.
Now, as an MEC for health, what is the one thing that you would like to achieve? When you finish your term, it will make you happy to say, I did what I came here for.
Santlha ke make sure hore batho ba ska tsamaya distance go fitlhela di-clinic. Go ska nna le sub-district e senang hospital kgotsa CAC. Go oketsa manese mo di-clinicing le ko dipetlele le di-doctor. Go make sure hore most of our clinics di operate 24/7. Batho ba ska ya ko dipetlele ko di-clinicing ba tlhoka ditlhare. Melemo e nne teng e ya ka nako. Di-ambulance tsa rena mo magaeng kgotsa ko di tlhokang ko teng, motho a ska ra lwala a ema sebaka a emetse ambulance. 1 hour to 2 hours in enough for batho ba kry ambulance ba kgone go thusega. Ko dipetlele ko di-clinicing re make sure gore batho ga ba eme sebaka line. Motho ga a tsena wa thusiwa o wela morago. Ke tlhalositse he batho ba ya bo phaka melemo a bona ba kry melemo e le teng.
MEC, we are moving into the second segment of our interview where we'll be taking questions from the public. What we've done is that we've involved community members in our interview by actually inviting them to submit their questions via our social media platforms, and they did that. So now I will ask one member from my production team to hand me the questions, which we will pose to you. Let's see where the first question comes from. Potso ya ntlha MEC e tswa ko yo ibitsang a re ke Jevaro van Rooyen me we submitile mo Facebook. Ena a re MEC, there's a hospital and a main clinic which burnt down in Christiana 3 years ago. The forensic report has stated that the fire was caused by human error. The same company that had the hospital burned down received some funds after the Benny incident. Let me repeat that. He says the same company that burned the hospital down, now this is an allegation, received some funds after the Benny incident, and still they are busy doing what is untoward at Christiana Hospital. Does the MEC have any response to that with regards to Christiana Hospital, which was burned down?
I think you are talking about Christiana District Hospital.
Yes.
When I arrived in the office, I was briefed about the Christiana Hospital, and then I'm told the then MEC was supposed to visit it, but because of it was towards the end of his term as the MEC, he never visited Christiana Hospital. Now, the chief director there is Mr. Dr. Mvula. The PA in the office have spoken to Dr. Mvula. We are going there around next week, Thursday. But I've been in contact with Dr. Mvula and the hospital. Sometimes when you intervene, you don't just run and intervene. You find facts, prepare yourself. Now, I have all the facts. I have all go that hospital. I know people are not happy, especially people of Christiana. They are not happy about that hospital. So we have a plan, Ragoting at Thursday or before Thursday. And then we'll address Amatara Christian.
Okay.
It's one of the hospitals okay. Now, sometimes only delay because of all sorts of things. About lama bakamang, a bending, a upilo. but Christiana ke a weka yona ra ya go teng. I'm not going to behave like a magician or a MEC or a magic. I will start where MEC Sambada ended. I will go there and try to fix most of the things at Christian Hospital.
Okay. The second question, which was also submitted via Facebook, is from Mukhobi Kepadisa. He says, this is a request, MEC. Can you please build us a clinic in Delareyville Extension? And also, Delarey CHC, can it be equipped and renovated for hospital needs?
Now, because of there is a request, the office, Egi Lidang, will go to Delareyville, look for the MMC around Delareyville is Zwai municipality. The MMC relevant, the ward councillor, and Rene Faselebona, recheck or mobile moting, honali clinic, how many radius, and we'll take it from there. Now, the office will know this thing and will go to Delareyville. Okay. Every week, twice or thrice a week, I visit facilities. So this area, village, will be part of my visit in 2 weeks to come.
Okay.
And we'll take it from there. But the promise is gore, heba toba kopa, sanzo ba fesa kopa. Knowing what a budget it can be, adjustment, or it can be the next financial year.
All right. Now, Tebogo M submitted this question on our TikTok page. It says, MEC, what is the plan to absorb healthcare professionals that are currently at home into the system, the non-bursary holders?
Okay, I think Talos is a good experience is the best teacher. Now, we have advertised 106. We are concluding interviews to appoint. We are left with 4 to 5 months for the next financial year. We'll advertise again. We'll keep on advertising based on the budget. And then when I was addressing them during their pass out, when I graduated those nurses, I told them or no, once Babana advert posts they must apply and the department will appoint them. Now, we'll keep on advertising, they apply, we'll appoint them.
Okay. MEC, we have time to take 3 more questions. Botsilo Augustine on our Facebook page asks, when is Sannishof CHC going to be renovated? Because the roof is leaking and the tiles are broken.
Well, I'm a success entitled. When I arrived in the office, already 34 clinics were budgeted for 2024-25. And then, if I remember vividly, Sannishof is not there. Automatically, in the next financial year, which is around March, I'll find a way to put Sannishof in our table B5. Table B5 is our IDP for the province. So I will sit down with infrastructure department or directorate and make sure that we put Sannishof for the renovation in the 25-26, unless during adjustment, regressing and then fixer Sannishof. But for now, I'm sure about the next financial year, which is 4 months from now.
Okay. Another question, MEC, is that when are you going to make every clinic in the province operate 24/7? Because communities are suffering during the night as a result of early closure, especially people who are staying in the rural areas of Agisanang and Sannishof, and they have to hire more doctors and nurses, so they say, because the facility does not operate 24/7.
Already, clinic they operate 24/7. Officially, some selling support is the new MEC. Rework the resources rework budget, or refit nurse, in the doctor. But we have started. Out of this 106, target in some areas we have operated 24/7, and the lebaka shortage of personnel. kgotsa di-nurse re tla ba isa ko ra operata 24/7 is in our plan, but clinics di ka se operate 24/7 at once. Magoa ena ba ropa khale na ba re big magmere. Now re na le mo simololang mo teng ra prioritize or clinic tse pedi this year or tse foze re add manese ra renovate in 24/7. We'll go on doing like this until batho ba khotsofala no, unless bana le sepetlele mo haufi ra itse ha sa mo sepetlele ha sa mo tle tla go sepetlele, but ro prioritize go leng gore ko ba leng go teng sepetlele is far, hospital is far, therefore the only facility ba ga dirisang 24/7 ke clinic. Now re tla romela manese le doctor go teng ra operate 24/7, but se tshwanetse ke sepisa ba gore re ka se kgone gore re dire 24/7 at the go. Re tlo di prioritize until re di face.
Okay. Well then, Lokshin Motsabi from our Facebook page asks, when are you going to build a high quality clinic in Stachole? Because the population has grown bigger and they say they have been waiting for years.
Now, potso ke leboga Stachole ke ditsobotla ke go na le mathata a masepala. Now, go tlo ra gore re le puso tshwanetse re le Department of Health tshwanetse re ithume go teng re kopana le leadership ya masepala, and then re sekaseke kganye ya ba hela gore ba batla clinic e leng gore ngana ka e bitsa super clinic. But once batho ba kopa, remember we have more than 68 villages in the province. It will depend on, for now, we are done, it's closed, got 2024-25 project. Now we are going to 2025-26. Now, bus timbariste dikupom. We'll check and at the level or get the guy, budget na lona if it amokai, but Sitlahole will also be considered for the next financial year. Local table B5, and then we'll take it from there. March, April.
Okay.
But we'll have time to go and meet them. Right. Brief for what is the future about that clinic.
All right. Tabiso Mabaso from our Facebook page asks MEC, when is the department going to tap into smallholder farmers to supply hospitals with their produce? Because a promise was made before that smallhold farmers will actually supply some hospitals with their produce.
I think, I'll be very, very short. In my program, I've planned a list of stakeholders that I must meet before the end of this year. So they are part of my meetings. In that meeting, I will check what the then administration, the sixth administration promised them, and I will take it from there and attend to them.
Okay. Dave Ntozakele Zizi, I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly, says Hopani Clinic is in an embarrassing state. There is a lack of nurses and shortage of medication. MEC, are there any remedial actions taken to address this issue of Hopani Clinic?
Hopani Clinic is analyzed. We have challenges in many of our clinics in the province, and we have a program of addressing those challenges. That's why our program almost every day, every week, thrice a week. Part of my visit as paradise or no, because we have a lot of challenges, but like Hopani. Because there are challenges, but no bar covered 12 years, but Bawana Habana Clinic. Now Hopani is part of the clinic. They are not there for now, but in future they attend.
Okay. Well, Lewunganga from our Facebook page asks, MEC, when is the Ottosdal Clinic going to operate 24 hours?
Resources, budget, personnel, re bua ka renovation. Now program e ne ke tlhalosa ko morago ya go advertise go hira manese a enough di doctor go renovate ke yona ya answerang gore go bofelong most of our clinic tshwantse di dire 24/7.
MEC ga baagi ba batla go buisana le wena le go ikopanya le wena ba ka bua le wena kae?
Ke motho ke sharang tiro ya me le batho ba bangwe. That is why he ke hira mo office nyaka ke hira quality, one of the best. Ke hira batho ba sena mare matlong. So o na le mollo matlhatlha ko office ba mitsa tshofatso ebile ke mo promote lanong ke ena chief of staff. Go na le mme o montšhwa a tlileng ba mbitsa moremi ke bona ba eneng gore ba make sure ba nkopantsha le batho ba bua le nna.
Well, MEC, this brings us to the end of our interview, and thank you so much for making time to sit and be in conversation with the Northwest Provincial Government Podcast.
Le nna ke itumetse thata o nna le lena ke tla itumela gape tsa dino le ka mpitsa gape ke tiro ya rena ra duela for yone.
MEC. Well, that's all we had time for this week. Until we meet again, when we will be bringing you the 11th episode of the podcast, where we will be in conversation with yet another leader in government. Visit us on our social media pages. We are available on TikTok, Facebook, and all other pages. Until we meet again, ciao.